This past April, the East Lansing Fire Department responded to a 911 call from Carmen Cudback about a house fire. Carmen and her children were able to escape the house fire without any injuries. ELFD Fire Inspector John Newman sat down with Carmen to hear her story and acknowledge the correct actions she took to save her family.
I was sleeping and I could hear something beeping. When I initially woke up, I wasn't sure if it was the smoke alarms or something else. But once I kind of came to, I could smell the smoke. So I, grabbed my phone and started to slowly walk out of the bedroom and down the stairs. As soon as I got to the first floor, I could see the smoke. So I wasn't exactly sure where the fire was at the time the smoke alarm in the basement was going off. I quickly ran upstairs and started to wake up the kids. And as I was walking back towards my son's room, the laundry chute popped open with a spark coming out. At that time, I was very certain that the fire was in the basement, and so I made the decision to get to the garage and get in the car. And so as we were walking to the garage door, I could see the flames in the basement through the door. The door for the basement was closed. We got in the car and backed out and called 911.
All perfect actions, exactly as we teach kids in school, all the way up through adulthood and families. Get out of the house first and foremost, and then call 911 from the outside. So without question, all the perfect decisions and actions right from the beginning.
Thank you.
Having operating smoke detectors throughout the house played a huge role in the Cudback's ability to escape the fire.
We don't smell smoke when we're sleeping, and that's a huge complication that people usually don't identify with. That's the reason why people are overcome by smoke when they're sleeping. They don't smell it ahead of time. The smoke detector's not there to wake them up. That can be the reason why that there's injury or death in a fire.
The Cudbacks also installed additional smoke detectors prior to moving into their home last October.
Code requires that they be on every level of the home, including the basement. So that would be one in the basement, one on the first level, one on the second level, and then it goes as far as to add them to the inside of each sleeping bedroom, or sleeping room, bedroom, or sleeping unit. And in that's what we recommend to people, is that they test them every 6 months. There is no specific requirement on that. It's a safety suggestion, recommendation, in that as long as you check them every 6 months, they're functioning throughout the year and they're not neglected. Smoke detectors have to be replaced every 10 years. They actually have an expiration date on them.
Another crucial step Carmen took during her family's escape plan was not opening the door to the basement.
Lots of people have asked me if I opened the door to see what was going on, and it never even crossed my mind. My main focus was to get us out of the house and get the kids and the dog out of the house.
And that's an excellent action again. First of all, just reaching out to grab that metal door handle. That handle could be at 1,000 degrees by the time you grab it. The other thing that it does is it introduces more hot gases, more smoke and fire into the space where it wasn't initially, and it doesn't need to be in order for you to evacuate. And when you left the house, you had stated that your son was adamant about closing the door when he left. And that is also a key item in keeping doors closed, keeping houses closed up. If there is a fire in them, it limits the amount of air introduction and hopefully doesn't allow the fire to grow out of control.
Another key component of the Cudback's escape plan was a designated meeting spot outside the house.
That is one thing that we have talked about, whether it's a fire or anything. If we weren't home or if we were all home, we've been very lucky at both of our homes, our old house and this house, to have great neighbors. And so that is one thing that we have talked about with the kids, that, if anything, or if there was a fire, to, go down to our friends, which is a neighbor's house.
Carmen has turned this experience into a learning opportunity for herself and her family. She's learned the importance of sleeping with her bedroom doors closed and having conversations with her family about what to do in the event of a house fire.
You did a great job, Carmen. I know that you were really shook that night. There was no way I was going to say anything that was really going to make it better for you. It's a pretty traumatic situation, but you did a phenomenal job getting your kids out of the house and making sure that you kept your family safe.
Thank you. We we were so thankful and appreciative to the fire department that night.
The East Lansing Fire Department has several safety tips and resources available online. Visit www.cityofeastlansing.com/ELFD to learn more.